Car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch 'cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating 'cause ice on the wrist, my bitch you wanna be famous, They elevated us, you know I'm icy in Vegas, this for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, when it's not savers, you be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, watch out flash, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick then hit with the back then used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the bip. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
Watch out, I never switch, I never switch.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the San Francisco 49ers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Now first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Good job, D. Good job.
And it's 3rd down.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Under 10, 10. Ready?
On 3rd down, it's McSorley. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. D.D. Westbrook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now the 49ers, they'll line up and go for 2 here.
Check safety.
They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead.
Let's go, son.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Derrick Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Down. 70. Indy.
53.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8. They go with the option on fourth down, left side. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
They'll run here with Edwards, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Here's Henry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss.
Check hot route. Hot 54. Check 3. Let him go.
3rd and long. It's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Over the middle to Evans. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A pass there, complete to Westbrook. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. D.D. Westbrook, 78 yards. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Henry out of the pistol. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
This is it. You ain't going nowhere.
Watson now to throw, and that'll be incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing again on second down. Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on third and long. Watson, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. So don't say nothing. Check 34. Say.
Here we go on 4th. Watson is going to let this go for the... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here we go. Single. 13.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
53 to Mike. 50.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. There's Garoppolo to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down again. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Hey, Delta.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
We got this.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Again, it's Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Here's Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. Watch him
On the toss, here's Williams. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
Man left, man left. 3 down. 3 down.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20, 10, 5, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
That didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mark Barron, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, check 24, check 24. 29, Smalls. No. Back's mine.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Six man. Check curls. Watch the twitch. Check 24. Check 49. Hey, 31. Mike's 50.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's checking. Crash.
Now it's Watson. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Mike 50. Go.
They're going for it. It's Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. 80. Come on.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Casey Hayward makes the tackle. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 45 yards. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check 4, check 4. Check 24.
From the gun, here's Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Anthony Barr in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
58, come on. 3 buns, 3 buns. 58.
To throw is Watson. Throwing on 4th down. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. It's Gibson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run. It's Drake. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Gano the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. On 1st down, it's Watson. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Watson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 30, 20, 10, 5. And this will get him all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. A 1-yard run on first down, another yard that gets him into the end zone on 2nd down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And we are tied. They return it to the house. And now Charles, the extra point, can give them the lead.
And they did it on defense. What a play.
The offenses have success. You could say they've run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone?
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Following the fumble recovery, Watson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. And a busy night for Henry continues. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Garoppolo to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Watson. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Check. Whip.
From his end zone, Watson on 3rd and long. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Gano for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he comes back with one complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Huge first down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
Now Watson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 35. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Watson now to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One of my favorite expressions is that fortune favors the bold. This seems foolhardy, though.
Oh, it seems very foolhardy. All you had to do was kick the PAT, extend the game.
Yeah, that didn't make a whole lot of sense there, did it? I mean, I just don't get that at all, because the risk-reward, it just wasn't there.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter.